Welcome to today's episode for Ask Evette. And today we have a question about a tailbone that is pulled out of place. Hi everyone, Yvette Rose here, and welcome to today's episode for Ask Evette. And guys, quickly before we jump in there, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Yvette, and I am also the author and the founder of Metaphysical Anatomy Technique, and this beautiful book, which is about 679 medical elements, where we talk about the elements and the psychosomatic stress of that for adults. And yes, we have one for kids, so this is being used by doctors, hospitals, universities, and also just anyone who just wants to improve their quality of life, to learn to understand what is it that the body is trying to communicate with them. Guys, also join me for my free master classes that's coming up every week at YvetteRose.com. And I also have my Math Level 1 trauma release course coming up, and Bring Two Friends, Come for Free, Spirit Guide course, intuitive body reading courses, so many amazing things that's happening. So we'd love to see you there. So guys, quickly here today, we have a really great question. And the question is coming from someone who said that they've done MRIs and they've done x-rays, and apparently it seems that their tailbone is actually pulled out of place, and this is due to childhood abuse. Now, this is a very painful condition, of course, now to have as well, because your tailbone is at the bottom of your bum. You have to sit down, and if there's pain, it's impossible to really sit down or even lie comfortably. So it's something that's kind of like just always there in the background. And first of all, we're looking at two aspects that's taking place here right now. I'm sure that there's chronic pain. It wasn't mentioned. However, I can only imagine that if it's not a sharp pain, it's going to be a dull pain that's always there in the background. Or if you just sit down maybe too hard or in a bad position, it's going to be very painful. So we know we're dealing with pain. And now when we also look at the psychosomatics of that, which I will get to in a minute, we're also now looking at the spine, and we're looking at the tailbone specifically. So the more that the tailbone is injured, or when there's trauma to the tailbone, now we know that we're dealing with emotional psychosomatic stress, also associated with feeling unsafe, to feel comfortable and to relax and to be safe in your immediate environment. And that would, of course, now mean your home environment. To say that there was childhood abuse, absolutely. I mean, if there's abuse in your environment as a child, and especially in your home, and it's from people that you are supposed to trust, it completely disrupts our ability to feel that we can anchor ourselves into our home, because our spine is also a support system. It supports the body. It keeps you up straight. And mom and dad and people in our life that's part of our immediate family, they're also supposed to be our support system. So if that's flawed, if there's trauma, if there's stress there, you know you're going to have issues with the spine. You know you're going to have, and especially now, issues with the tailbone as well. And there is quite a lot of trauma from the childhood as well, from what I'm understanding, and consent really feeling into here as well. So that is going to psychosomatically absolutely also show up in the tailbone. And this can actually also cause people to be more prone to injuring their tailbone on a regular basis, because the psychosomatic weakness and vulnerability is also there as well. And the more we kind of have an awareness or focus on something that's problematic in the body, the more we tend to bump it. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but the more we tend to do things by accident, it can actually cause more inflammation, more injury, or more pain. Now, also when we look at the pain aspect here, we now know that we're dealing with a lot of unresolved injustice. We're dealing with a lot of unresolved anger, and a lot of unresolved powerlessness, helplessness, feeling unsafe, and feeling out of control. All these components is probably most likely all coming together as well in relationship to having matured and grown out of that situation now, but also from an adult's perspective, looking back and just going, that was not okay. That was just not okay. But not necessarily knowing what to do with this new awareness and how to deal with it, because there is still a part of the inner child that's frozen in time, not knowing how to act or react, or to correct this, or to bring justice in the most appropriate way. So my best advice, or not even advice, is more so just, if I were you, what I would focus on is to improve my life in the here and now. Depending, it's completely your choice what you choose to do. If you want, perhaps, go seek medical and legal advice as well, how you can maneuver and move and work with the circumstances that happened in the past. I did not disclose everything publicly, what this person said in relationship to this, because there was quite severe childhood abuse as well. So depends where you feel you're finding yourself at your healing journey as well. Not everyone is ready to go the legal route and to say, you know, this what happened to me is not okay and you need to explain yourself or pay for what you've done. It's feel where you are within that, right? Really feel where you are within that, and in your heart, make a decision that's good for you, right? This is about you. It's not about other people. It's about you. And secondly, also, start to set up your life in the here and now in a way that is safe and comfortable for you, that makes you feel in control. It's important now to bring your focus and your energy back to your quality of life and what you want. And the anger is also showing you that there could potentially still be a part of you, and the suppressed anger at least, could be a part of you that's really wanting to claim this life that you know that you're worthy of. But there's that part of you that's still waiting for permission, that part of you that still hasn't fully realized that you now are in your power and that you can move into that in a very powerful and safe way as well. You can do it in a way that makes you feel safe and in control. Thank you so much for asking your question. And guys, also until next time, be the light that you are. Thank you guys for joining me here. And also remember to subscribe to our math membership website. You can check out so much more. There's so many free healing courses there as well. Go to YvetteRose.com, see all the free masterclasses and events that we have coming up. There's always something happening on our platform. And we love to hear from you for the Ask Evette episodes, but also for the psychosomatic patterns that you would love for us to talk about, especially when it comes to these books, the research that's in it. And there's so much to be learned and so much to be shared as well. So I love your questions. Let us know what's on your mind. Let us know what you would love me to address as well. Life challenges, it's endless. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. And remember to subscribe so that you can stay up to date with the latest and greatest videos that's coming out just for you. Until next time, be the light that you are.